Hey guys, welcome to episode 18 of the Sounds Legit podcast, recorded on the 16th of July 2016. How are ya? How are you guys doing? Hey, what's up? I am well. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. No, I'm good. Recording this on a late night, trying to avoid the Sunday morning fatigue. Stop moving, scratching my ass over there. I'm trying something new, freeform, freestyle. But yes, I am doing this on a Saturday evening. I'm sat here next to my phone, and I am looking for a particular Pokemon right now. I don't know what. I totally got caught into this whole Pokemon craze. It started off with a colleague at work basically just showing me. He just basically fired up this article on the web. He just showed me about Pokemon. I was like, Pokemon Go. Yeah, I know what Pokemon is. I used to play Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy when I was a kid. But this colleague of mine basically just fired up and said, dude, this shit is out. At least in America at the time. That was earlier this week. Apparently, you go around with your phone catching Pokeballs. Using GPS and augmented reality and whatnot. I like the concept of it. It's amazing. So he was showing me this on the website, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's insane!" And apparently, he'd sideloaded the damn app on his phone, and he's been walking around catching Pokemon. And this guy's like in his late 20s. I mean, I shouldn't say anything. I'm like 32 over here. But no. There's this massive craze, unless you really are living under a rock. There's a massive craze that's just inherently I don't know, it's affecting everyone, myself included. Hell, I haven't left the fucking house this afternoon to go find Pokemon. It's ridiculous. But apparently there's this new game called Pokemon Go, which you can download on smartphone or a tablet. Because it uses GPS at the very least, amongst other things. It consumes data. But anyways, the idea is simple. It's just like what you saw in the cartoons. If you ever watched the original Pokemon cartoons, or if you caught the few subsequent cartoons that came afterwards, you're armed with numerous Pokeballs as well as other equipment and gear. You go out to find Pokemon and you catch them and you can train them up and you can fight other people, and it's just amazing. Now, the thing about it is that it's just interesting because I remember I used to watch the original Pokemon, or not the original Pokemon. I remember watching the Pokemon anime back when I was like, I don't know, 17, 18, 19, when I started university. And I remember actually getting up in the morning when to go get the Game Boy version of Pokemon. I remember waking up in the early, I think it was a summer holiday, so I went back to my parents' place in Germany. I used to study in London back then. I remember waking up, I was just woke up, I didn't even bother showering, I just brushed my teeth and splashed water on my face, cleaned myself up a bit, just wore clothes and just ran out the door. And I was doing, like I said, it was summer, and by the time I got to the store, there was already a queue there. And guess why they were queuing? about 8:42 in the morning or something, because the store opened at 9 and we wanted just to get the game. And it was on a Saturday, so can you imagine? And I remember we didn't stampede because it's a small German town, so we were, just saved the whole, mercifully avoiding that whole stampede you normally get when people rush in to buy gear. Think of all these Black Friday events in America. Anyway, so yeah, I did. I went into the store, I saw the game, and I had this one of my first dichotomies and dilemmas of making a decision in my life, because I had to decide which one would I take, Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue. And I figured, my life's been affected by that choice ever since. I mean, look at me now, in my 30s, not as rich as I would like, and I'm talking to a microphone at 11:36 on a Saturday night, instead of probably going out to clubs where it's noisy and sweaty and I can't hear what anyone's saying. The drinks are over expensive and the women taunt you with their beauty because they know they have, let's say, desirability, and they're not willing to just give it to you straight away. No, not without haggling and negotiations anyway. No, without the occasional flattering. I wonder, do people still buy drinks for people, like women? I've never actually done that. You know, when women was like, "Oh, buy me a drink," and I'm like, I've never actually done that. Mostly because maybe I never worked up the courage to actually approach strangers and try to talk to them. I mean, on the side note, I remember going clubbing once and I was trying to talk to this girl, you know, and it was so ridiculous. That's when I knew the whole coupling thing was ridiculous, because I don't know, maybe she did it on purpose, but coincidentally she was sat underneath this speaker, massive speaker. I was just blaring out beats, good beats, by the way. And I was trying to talk to her. I was like, "What is your name?" She's like, I was like, "What? What?" And she was like, "Yeah, Denise. Hey, Denise, nice to meet you. I'm Kevin." I mean, like, yeah, I mean, Jesus. How smooth was that, you know? Yeah, so I'm never, you know, I don't really go clubbing much, but I'm trying to be more social. It's just I artificially make myself busy because basically I just have other hobbies to do. Like I make this podcast, I make gameplay videos, and allegedly I make AMVs, anime music videos as well. Or this chap does, some chap called Bad Forever 2001 on Yahoo. If you want to check him out, the guy actually puts out some good stuff. I mean, he actually put up something this morning. I follow the guy. I follow his work. I like his work. Similar to what I would do if I made anime music videos. So, yeah, you should check out Bad Forever 2001. That's Bad, number 4, Forever 2001. The name itself, it's a bit okay. Yeah, he told me, you know, this guy, if he does or doesn't exist, it was a name he picked when the year 2000 came around and he wanted to be on the edge. That's where he wants to be, right there on the edge, like a fighter pilot. I'm talking like this now. This is my F-14 voice. I'm channeling Tom Cruise with aviators. And he's talking to Iceman, his wingman. I really should watch that movie. I think I've only seen it once. I remember in my house share, I recall my housemate was trying to get me to watch that. It's a fantastic movie. I mean, complete with the gay volleyball scene and all. I mean, if you're a woman and you just like perving out over dudes when no one's paying attention, yeah, you want to check Top Gun. Even though, you know, it's interesting because it's like a time capsule to the very young versions of Tom Cruise, who never seems to age for some bizarre reason, and Val Kilmer, amongst other people. I mean, if you see Val Kilmer these days, the guy's just like, I heard that he bought a house somewhere in Mexico and near the beach, and he just chills out, and the guy is so fat now. You could barely recognize him. But yeah, I should watch Top Gun. It's been a long time I saw that. How did I even get on Top Gun? Let's see. Clubbing, how did I get on? Clubbing, I don't even know how I don't even know. Anyways, where did I stop? Anyways, yeah, before I even jump, I'm all over the place. See, this is what I do. I start off with a plan, and now I'm all over the place. But before we go back to the actual topic at hand, Bad Forever 2001's YouTube channel, yes, Millennium name change, yes. So he told me, allegedly, and if he does or doesn't exist, that, yeah, it was the year 2000 and it decided to pick the edge. That's how I went off track, okay. It decided to pick a name that, you know, would give him that edgy feel. So it was the year 2000 and it picked Bad Forever 2001 to be on the edge. The danger zone. Highway. Okay, I'm going to stop that. But yeah, so check out his stuff. Apparently he or she actually, it doesn't have to be a he, but I think it's a he. I think. He released a video this morning, another anime music video called Spriggan versus Thornley, Easy Comes. And I think that's the format of his videos. So he puts the anime title first versus the actual song he doesn't mash up with, which amounts to an anime music video. Sorry about that. And it's quite good. It's about 5 minutes long. It's very fast paced, very well edited. Apparently, he told me it took him 7 months because he was fucking lazy the entire time to actually just sit down and bang it out. But I'm happy and he's happy, I'm sure, that it's now out and you can watch it. So do a search. It's probably the only video of its kind, because I barely, even in my own personal search, have seen any AMVs that was made with the anime Spriggan, which came out in 99 or 2000 or 2001. So it's quite old, actually. It's like older than some children. It's like already a classic. And I really liked it. I really liked the video, I liked the anime, I liked the choice of music. So like I said, please, 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 even if you're not into anime, do check it out. And if you're not into anime, consider getting into anime, because it's quite cool. I remember watching anime when I was like 10 years old, because my poor mother, I was such a bastard as a child, actually. I was such an asshole. So I obviously love animation. I love animated styles and whatnot. And I remember my mother would get Disney cartoons for me to watch, and I remember burning through our local video clubs category. This was the days of the VHS, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're quite young and you don't know what that is, you missed out on the golden era, you know. Now everything's on Netflix, everything's on the internet, or BitTorrent, or depending on the dark web, should you choose to submerge so deep, far beneath 4chan, you know, God help you there. But anyways, I burnt our entire catalogue, just went through the whole thing, and I was such a twat as a child. I was, you know, just stressing my mom out, and she eventually told me, because we had a conversation about it, about, you know, my discovery of anime, Japanese anime, a couple of years later. She basically described to me that she in a state of panic, because she's a mother, she's a wife, she's a house, she looks after the house and everyone, so she has a lot of logistics conundrums to resolve, and one of them includes making sure her son shuts the fuck up and leave her alone so she can fucking do things properly. Anyways, she tells me, she goes into the video club, said, dude, you gotta give me something, man. And the guy's like, I don't have anything. You guys watched everything. She's like, dude, I need something cartoony. And the guy's like, well, I got some cartoons, but they're not entirely for children. My mom's like, no, I'll take it. So because of that, and I'm not even sure if I've told this story before, but because of that, I remember the day, it was a Saturday afternoon, my mom brought these VHS tapes. And I will never forget those anime, because it was so, in a way, traumatizing and eye-opening at the same time. I watched Akira, 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 when I was 10 years old. So if you do a search for Akira and read about the synopsis, or actually watch the anime and imagine a 10-year-old boy or child watching that, yeah, no wonder I'm so fucked. No, but I remember just sitting in bed. I couldn't even sleep. You know, just seeing people's heads explode, neon lights, guts everywhere, people being shot to shit, and of course the occasional Tetsuo! You know, because Kaneda is just screaming. Kaneda is the protagonist, and I need to watch it again, to be honest, Akira, because I even, you know, Bad Forever, you know, that guy, you know, he made a video using the Akira anime, so it's also amongst his repertoire if you want to check it out. Again, Bad Forever, number 4, 2001. Check it. But yeah, so I did watch Akira at the age of like 10. Just watching people's heads explode, guts. I think that's why I fell in love with it. It was so visceral, the art style. Can you imagine if you've been watching Disney videos all your life and then you watch, you know, just like watching Bambi. I want the Japanese to do a treatise on Bambi or something. Just, you know, you remember the moments where, that's why I fucking hate Disney cartoons, by the way. They always want to make you cry. They hit you in the fucking gut right there. No, I mean, can you imagine, like, if the Japanese did a treatment on Bambi? You know, remember the scene where Bambi and his mom, they're running through the meadows. And, you know, in the Disney version, they're running, and, you know, you hear this gunshot. And then nothing, because Bambi keeps running and then stops and then realizes mom's not with him. And he turns around and it's like, Mom, mother, you know, or something equivalent to fucking Disney, I swear to God. Yeah, and then he runs away, and then obviously, you know, he is taking care of the animals in the wild. Which reminds me, where was his father? Where was Bambi's fucking father? What a fucking deadbeat dad, you know? I got a bone to pick with that guy, because at the end of Bambi, when he's becoming like a mature buck and everything, I think he sees his father in the distance, a proud stag with his antlers and everything. I'm like, you motherfucking deadbeat. If I was Bambi, I wouldn't be so forgiving of that twat. I'm like, dude, I had to, I grew up in the wild. Where were you? I was raised by squirrels and owls. Can you imagine how fucked up that is? Can you just put yourself in Bambi's shoes, right? You're traumatized from an early age. Your mom gets shot. I'll get back to my original point, but your mom gets shot and then you're raised by fucking creatures that are not even your species. So heaven knows what they can teach you. That could have gone anywhere. They could have said, imagine if Bambi was raised by fucking beavers or something, or squirrels. Imagine having to break it down to Bambi that, you know what? You can't climb trees like we do. Or you can't even make dams or swim like we do if Bambi was raised by beavers. And it's like, the nerve of Bambi's fucking father at the end of that cartoon to just stand there all proud and shit. He's probably a fucking player, that guy. It's like one of those Rolling Stones, Papa was a Rolling Stones type character, and Bambi's mom was one of the other women in that. Just like a yeah, she did look a bit like a hussy, actually, come to think of it. That aside, so Bambi's dad was just standing there looking all proud, saying, yeah, it's my son, I see you now. I might be making this up, by the way, because I haven't seen this anime, Disney cartoon, since I was 9 years old. So I might be making that bit up, but I do recall looking at Bambi's dad being all svelte and all proud, this mature stag, almost godlike. I'm like, yeah, where the fuck were you, man? If I was Bambi, I'll go up to him and it's like, you're my dad, aren't you? It's like, yeah, Bambi, yeah. It's like, dude, where the fuck were you? Fuck you, you deadbeat dad. Yeah, I mean, if I wrote Bambi, that's what would happen. But so now imagine that scene: Bambi and his mom, they're running away, and this is how the Japanese would do it. So you would see when they were running, all the background would be like this kind of very weird hyper speed background where you can barely see everything. Everything's in a blur. You can barely see the terrain. The terrain is like this weird spherical, fast moving thing. And you can just see Bambi and his mom just sprinting. Veins are coming out. There's just visceral tears coming out of their eyes because of the speed and the winds crashing against it and everything. The aerodynamics, you see like contours coming out of the sides of their bodies and everything. You just see like this hunter in the distance with a fucking, I don't know, gun with a sniper scope or something, just taking a bead on Bambi's mom, and then just shoots, right? And then in the Japanese style of anime, you just see the bullet traveling at hypersonic speed, just cutting, breaking the fucking sound barrier, and just basically just you follow the bullet, from a just from a nice vantage point where you see the bullet, and you just see it going, and you see Bambi and his mom's running, and then it's just blood everywhere. You see, you just see the first split, just blood everywhere, and then of course in typical Japanese style, you have to see from another angle. So you see, you see Bambi's mom's head just explode, and there's just fucking blood everywhere. And Bambi's still running, he doesn't know, and he runs a few meters, stops, and just looks back. And he sees his mom, and fucking Japanese anime is so fucked up sometimes, man. You just see like Bambi's mom just there in the fucking ferns, man. She's just like still twitching, there's brain matter everywhere. Wow, what direction this podcast is going. But yeah, you get my point, though. I mean, yeah. So that's I watched Akira, when I was 10 years old, and that was me. I was that kid just watching just people. I mean, go watch Akira. Go watch it now, right? There was a part towards the end where, because I think, and it's a common misconception. I don't want to talk about anime too much, but it's a common misconception because everybody thinks that the antagonist, who, he was a protagonist, became an antagonist due to circumstances, Tetsuo, who attains the power of what is tantamount to be a god. And the way it was best described in anime was that, imagine if Tetsuo became like a human being, and all other human beings were like ants to him. That was the kind of power he had, and his body couldn't take it, so he started mutating, and his head was growing, his skin ripped apart, and everything was just growing. I was just like, what? I saw this when I was 10 years old. And I was like, oh my god. So I finished watching that, and as if that wasn't enough, I put in this second VHS, another VHS called Wicked City, which is that's like a kind of supernatural thriller with erotic aspects of it. So I saw animated tits for the first time ever, and I won't lie to you, man, I liked it, I mean, testament to like the visceral nature of Japanese animation. I was just like seeing, it's like this guy banging his chick, and the Japanese, man, it's so detailed and stuff like that. Seeing sweat glistening off people's bodies, and things going into places, and people freaking out in ecstasy and everything. And there were some really fucked up aspects of that anime as well, where apparently the protagonist has to protect some old kind of pervy dude and everything. So he gets a female partner, and she's like a kind of like a demon, like a sanctioned demon. So they know she's a demon, but she's kind of like a good one. But she's not as strong as the actual evil demons, because she has to curtail her powers and whatnot. And I remember while they were both distracted, this old guy goes into this like massage parlor, because he's so he pervs out on the masseuses, the female masseuses anyway. So while his bodyguards are waiting outside, which is our protagonist and the side character, so he picks out this female masseuse to like saw him out and everything. Of course, he never gets massaged, but he only gets one part of his body massaged, if you know what I'm saying over there. Yeah. So, anyways, so this chick, this nurse type character, obviously it's a Japanese anime, so she rips her masseuse uniform open, tits hanging out, really well animated, all bouncy, each with individual physics, And this was all hand-drawn, if you think about it. This was back in 93, or what am I talking about? 93, yeah, 93, 94, not 92, actually. And, so she's like, playing, she brings her tits to this guy's face, and he's sucking on it, and then, because apparently that's his weak point, he likes tits. Anyways, so he starts doing that, and this is the weird part that freaked me out, because while he was doing that, her breast started to melt into him, so he's trying to hold it, and his hand was just going in like those fucking marshmallows, and he looks up at the chick, and all of a sudden she has 8 eyes, and she has additional limbs sprouting out of her back, all the nails are long, so she's like some kind of weird spider type demon, and her tits were just like a trap, so she kind of absorbed this guy into him, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like I said, I saw this when I was 10 years old. In fact, I might even watch it tonight, to be honest. I want to go watch all those anime, like Akira, Wicked City. And the last one I watched, but I don't think I finished it, was called Doomed Megalopolis, which I really should watch again. Again, testament to Japanese animation. Those 3 animes I can never forget, because it was just seared into my brain, Yeah, I saw that when I was like 10 years old. Can you imagine? And I'm trying to figure out, wait, how did I even get on this topic about anime, I suppose. But no, going back to my original point, back like, I don't know, 17 minutes ago. Yeah, Pokemon, man. So I started watching that, during the summer of my first year in university. That was back in 2002. I must have been 18 or 19 at that point. So I remember when Germany, I used to watch. So I watched Pokemon in Germany, in the German language. So my understanding of the Pokemon nouns are different from that of English, because I hear that it's different in German, in French, in English, and Spanish. So it's a bit weird. And yeah, I remember being so excited because there was this channel called RTL2, or as the Germans would say, RTL2. And I loved that channel because you would get like anime in the middle of the afternoon. You get anime in the middle of the afternoon after like maybe 2 o'clock, because that's when the kids are coming back from school. So I would watch. Yeah, it always started with Pokemon. Then you would watch something called, I don't know, Digimon or Monster Rancher. I don't even know the names in English because they might have changed. But I used to watch all that because at the end of the day, I used to watch Dragon Ball. So that was my main reason for getting in touch to watch all that. And after Dragon Ball, there's this other Japanese football anime series where in German it's called the Tollen Fußballstars, but the Japanese names are equally weird and obscure. So I don't necessarily know the English name, but I know a former colleague of mine, he knows the same anime because he used to watch it in France at the time. And the name is also different, but we kind of know what we're talking about anyway. Wait 1 second, I'm gonna cut this part out, but yeah, 1 second. Yeah, why did I even stop? Sorry, I had to go check something really quick, so I would have truncated the audio a bit. But no, yeah. So I'll watch all that, but I go into the Pokemon bit because I thought it was interesting. This was like a totally new IP, intellectual property, where, it's about this kid who wants to become the Pokemaster, so he leaves on at the age of 10 and starts going around the world catching Pokemon, making friends and everything. So yeah, it was a bit interesting. I remember when it was advertised that it's coming out on the Game Boy, and I was like, holy shit, that sounds interesting. I need to get that. So that brings me back to my earlier point where I woke up in the morning, just brushed my teeth, had a very quick breakfast, and that was the days I had a Game Boy. Remember those things? Game Boys, yeah. I wonder where my Game Boy is. And I got the Game Boy in the yellow color because you can only accessorize that console so much. I remember, standing there in the shops, what do you get? Pokemon Blue or Red? And because I preferred the color blue, so I picked the color blue, and here I am talking into a microphone. Just past my 30s. Yeah, what a life, huh? And yeah, I remember going home, and that's all I did that day. I was on holiday, so it wasn't like I had anything else to do. And I just played Pokemon the entire time. And I tried to mimic, the character Ash. At least that's, the way the Germans called him. I tried to mimic Ash, and I remember feeling particularly disgruntled when my first Pokemon, I really wanted it to be Pikachu, but it wasn't. It was some piece of shit fucking Pokemon. But I made sure to actually catch Pokemon. Pikachu. So, and I tried to name it. I think I did name it Pikachu because I was such a huge fan of the mascot from the TV show. And in fact, a colleague of mine who is also playing Pokemon Go, she she posted on my Facebook page actually a screenshot that, she fucking hell, we're at work and a Pikachu just fucking appeared on her desk. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, how lucky is that? She just got a Pikachu, man. I was like, I want a fucking Pikachu, And I get all jealous, but, obviously I have to feign happiness for her. So yeah, if you listen to this, my colleague, I'm not going to mention your name, yeah, I'm really jealous, and I'm not happy because I want a Pikachu. I want a fucking Pikachu as well. God damn it, fucking hell. Fuck! Anyways. Yeah, so yeah, since then, I have been catching Pokemon. Let me see how many I have. I have 40 of them at present. Bunch of Pokemon. I didn't have, and no Pikachu. Yeah, that's pretty much my life. So my highest combat, ready Pokemon is a Dratini. Fuck knows what that is. Hang on. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh, you can set nicknames from here. Sorry, I'm just on my phone at the moment. Probably shouldn't since I'm recording a podcast. So I've collected 40. They're not entirely unique because I captured multiple ones. Yeah, but yeah, no fucking Pokemon. Where's my goddamn Pikachu? I meant Pikachu, yeah. Where's my goddamn Pikachu? But anyways, yeah. So yeah, I remember watching the cartoons for Pokemon and really liking it and playing Pokemon Blue on my Game Boy Yellow for hours on end. I don't even remember. Does anyone recall the last time they ever did a very bespoke activity? Because I can't even remember the last time I played Pokemon. I would have just imagined, I dropped my Game Boy, and that was it. I haven't touched it since. That was decades ago. It's like a decade ago or something. It's ridiculous. God, almost 2 decades. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, so Pokemon Go is all the craze now. Although, in fairness, to be honest, if you have ever watched Pokemon, and I'm sure a few of you have, I always had a misgiving about Misty because I thought she was a cock tease, honestly. And regarding Misty, I mean, literally, how androgynous a character could you get? Let's see, Misty, Pokemon. I mean, yeah, man, she's such a cock tease. Look at the character now. In fairness, I suppose, you know, they're all kids, right? So Ash was 10 years old. She was probably near his age. But back then, I was just like, you know, Ash, what the hell, man? Why are you hanging out with this chick? She's not even putting out. And of course, the worst character ever was Brock. Just some dude who basically wasn't even designed to be anything but like the best friend zone character ever. Oh my god. But yeah, and it's so bizarre that, you know, this whole thing's coming back now, because I remember like playing Pokemon on the Game Boy and just wishing, you know, sometimes just, God, I was 18, you know. I was only 18. Bear with me, guys. Just wishing that, you know, oh God, I wish I could be Ash right now, traveling through the world of, you know, Delia, or I don't even know what the fucking Pokemon planet is. I used to imagine I was like, oh my God, I wish I could just like be like Ash and just travel from place to place, you know, without being kidnapped and sold into slavery or just killed outright and have my body chopped off, or you know, before at least having my organs extracted and sold on the black market, you know, yeah, or just, you know, sexually assaulted or raped or worse, or all the combination of the above. Yeah, I wish I could just do that in real life, you know, just tell my mom, listen, Ma, I'm gonna go hunt a lot of Pokemon and I'll Skype you or something. You know, that was way before Skype, way before internet. I mean, God, I think we had an ISDN connection back then. I'm proud that we used to have the 56k modem. You know, I've seen some shit, man. Give me a break. I grew up in the 80s. I've seen some shit. I remember the first Gulf War. You know, I remember that happening. Not that I had anything to do with it, but before you all start judging me, like, aren't you a bit too old to play Pokemon? Like, no, I'm not fucking too old to play fucking Pokemon. I grew up watching that shit. You can't take it away from me, man. Fucking hell. So no, I'm not fucking too old to play Pokemon. Fucking love that shit. Oh no. And I remember like Team Rocket in the Pokemon series. It's just these two characters that were very annoying, with one of the most annoying Pokemons ever. It's just Team Rocket. Just do a quick search. These were the primary antagonists for the anime, and it's so bizarre how I think they'll just transfix on catching Pikachu, actually, because I think the original Team Pokemon, why am I saying Team Pokemon? Team Rocket they just stole people's Pokemons, but they just got fixated on Pikachu for some bizarre reason the entire time when I watched the anime, and I was like, what is going on? Why are they so obsessed with one Pokemon, you know? And yeah, God, I'm just looking at photos now. Man, I can't even believe I'm doing a podcast about this. So fucking amazing. Oh my God. But no, it's back now. Now we have Pokemon Go. You essentially can just get your smartphone device, install Pokemon Go, set up a new avatar, and have at it. You know, you can just walk around the city, randomly discovering Pokemon and trying to catch them. And apparently in the game, there are what they call gyms, where you battle for control. So at some point you are you are assigned a team to join. I think that's after you get to level 5, you're assigned a team to join. Be it team red, yellow, or blue, and then you try to capture these gyms, quote unquote, and you know, leave your Pokemon to defend it, as well as your other team members can help you defend it and everything. And dude, I mean, the game officially got released this past Thursday, which was what? I think the 14th of July, and you know, there's just been this massive arms race to get. I mean, I'm looking at the closest gyms near to my house. Hang on, I'm on my phone now, checking out the app. Okay, so I'm looking at this one. That is, where is that? I got the one that's near one of the leisure parks. Let's see, can we get some information on that? Oh, has my phone crashed again? Hang on. No. Yeah, I think my phone's crashed again. Yeah, my phone's not really good for this game. Think about it. Come on, man. Come on, son. Ah, well, never mind. My phone's gonna go off a bit. Yeah. Like I was saying, yeah. So I totally lost my point. I honestly lost my point. No, talking about gyms, team colors. Bah. Anyways, never mind. But yeah, so you can vie for control of these gyms. I don't necessarily know the outcome of it. If you're gonna get bitcoins as a result, or the government's gonna congratulate you. But you can have those gyms reinforced by your team should you conquer it, and probably it's just like some kind of weird EPing thing. So just say, yeah, my team's got that, which harkens back to one of my understandings about human beings is the sheer fact that we're very tribalistic, and I think this game also highlights that. But no, I've been thinking about this whole Pikachu thing. I was having a conversation with someone the other day. I think it was one of my colleagues actually, and then I realized, wait, this is essentially slavery. Is anyone thinking about how this Pikachu or Wild 8? I'm not some Pokemon PETA spokesman or something, but I just had this weird feeling. It's wait, this is fucking slavery right now, because you imagine that you're walking around the place, you encounter a Pokemon, and normally in the game and in the cartoon, you try to weaken this Pokemon with your Pokemon to weaken, so you can catch it. Because if you just tossed a Pokeball at it to capture it, it's either just avoid it, run away, or swipe the Pokeball aside. So you had to engage it, weaken it, and then catch it. For Pokemon Go, you don't necessarily need to do that, but you still need to, at least not the violent bit straight away, but you can still catch the Pokemon with the Pokeball. And I think this morning I experienced the sheer fact that some Pokemons, even though you've kind of tried to capture them, they'll just bust out. So you have to try and capture them multiple times. But I've never actually had one escape so far. So I've caught every single Pokemon I've come across. But no, I was having this thought. I was like, well, fair enough, these are fictional entities, but at the same time, it's are we okay with slavery? Because that's what this feels like to me, because we're essentially slaving this fictional animals and to do our bidding with them. Because last time I checked, cockfighting was illegal, and before you guys go crazy, cockerel, the chickens, illegal cockfights, those are illegal. Why? Because you use real chickens, and it's inhumane. The conditions you set them, they're not supposed to be fighting each other constantly like that. So it's a bit weird. And to be honest, I wonder who invented that. Just some weird tribesman in the middle of Polynesia or something. Just sees two cocks going at it, and it's you know what? I bet I can make me a bit more shells with this, and I can probably afford to marry the chief's daughter. We can get a hut. Maybe I can even marry two of them. He's just looking at these two cocks fighting. You know what? And he probably invented cockfighting. Honestly, I want to do quick research on that actually. Cockfighting, and also honestly, I hope I don't see penises now, because the internet is full of dicks. Wow, look at this. The cockfight. Cockfight is a blood sport between two roosters, or more accurately, gamecocks, held in a ring called a cockpit. The history of raising fowl for fighting goes back 6,000 fucking years, son. Okay. Yeah, you see the savage things human beings do when there's no internet or Xbox or Pokemon Go. I think the reason why we're civilized right now is the sheer fact that we have these distractions. Because if you imagine the Romans during the height of the Roman Empire, Jesus Christ, there was no form of entertainment. People would go to a coliseum just to watch other people get slaughtered or eaten by by wild animals just for entertainment. It was Jesus Christ. And I think that is partially echoed now in the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, if you ever watched that, because it's very interesting. Because it's interesting because it's a martial art. It's the epitome of martial arts. So if you've, especially, been learning various disciplines and you get to test it, it's like the ultimate form of, martial arts and, self-discipline and combat and everything. So you got to respect that. But at the same time, it's a bit weird. It's like one of the things that, obviously, yeah, that's probably why I shouldn't record the podcast at midnight. God, I'm just yawning everywhere. My apologies, people. I apologize for that. I would imagine that this fights, this is why when I meet people and they say, oh, we're very civilized, blah, 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 I'm like, no. We're civilized because the situation demands us to be civilized. Every single person is barbaric in there. We're just locking it down. This is why it comes out during sex and during fighting. You feel primal. There's strong primal signals that harkens to your lizard brain. So I think, that's probably why we do it, fighting mostly, because it's very primal, reminds us of simpler, baser times, where you'd occasionally just kill someone for looking at you the wrong way. And obviously because you couldn't talk, everyone should communicate in grunts. The sheer fact that we invented languages, it's just amazing. I get jealous when some of my colleagues, so we're a very international company, place I work at, and you just, you get some colleagues, from the same countries, and they were speaking English to you and then walk away, they'll start speaking their own languages, and I'm like, oh fuck, they've just switched encryption methods now. And I can't detect what they're saying. And the sheer fact that they can say something and they can understand each other. I mean, I wouldn't even go any further. I would just look at a conversation with my own mother, because on occasion she would speak her, ethnic language, and I can't speak the damn thing. I can understand it, but I can't speak it. But I do feel weird every single time she says a phrase to me or something. I know what she's talking about. It's like there's this kind of weird decoder in the front side of my brain. It's just the moment she says something, I'm just like, oh yeah, of course. I reply back in English because I lost the ability to speak the language. And I totally went off point again. Yeah, slavery, Pokemon and slavery. Yeah. So can we all just agree that we like being slaves, slave masters? Pun, Freudian slip there. Talking about S&M? No. Can we just admit that this whole Pokemon thing is just slavery, and no one's freaking out because these are not real animals? I probably bet there's a Pokemon PETA group somewhere. There's probably only 3 people being members on a Facebook group page somewhere. It reminds me of the time, like back in 2009, 2009, when there was a video game that came out called Borderlands, and I think at the start of the game, you would see this intro sequence where a bunch of psychos festooned some kind of weird, even crazy animal to the back of their car and just drove it across the landscape, And I remember some animal protection groups saying, oh, we should protect the goddamn animals. Skag. Yeah, if you ever played Borderlands, these things are called skags. And they are absolutely vicious fucking things, man, in the game. So I have no sympathy whatsoever. If you walked up to one and just shot it in the fucking head, fuck those things, they're so vicious in the game. But you always get that person. It's like, oh, can we not treat the animals more humane or something? It's like, I remember there was this furor on the internet. It's like, mate, it's a fucking video game. Calm your fucking tits. Hey, I think the internet stopped saying that. I'm gonna bring it back. Calm your tits, son. And yeah, So going back to the slavery thing, I was thinking about it now. Like, I have 40 slaves on my phone somewhere in some kind of weird combination of binary 00110 or whatnot. But I feel good, So, don't know. It's a bit messed up that no one wants to think about it. It's like, oh, we like catching Pokemon. Can you imagine, like every single time you catch a Pokemon and to you, like, yeah, I got it. Meanwhile, the Pokemon is just crying. It's in the Pokeball. I don't even know what happens to them, but it's just crying. I've been lost its freedom, and now begging that you, the master, fairly decent guy, not a complete prick of a trainer, that, you're going to tell him, like, okay, I need you to go fight some kind of weird fucking level 218 monster Pokemon while you're just level 9. You know, some trainers can be dicks like this. Like, yeah, I know you have no chance, but you gotta obey my rules. So now go fight, die in honor or something. But no, I was thinking about that at this point. I was like, yeah, this is essentially slavery, but it's fun. It's Pokemon. They don't seem to be mine. They don't seem to complain, and they happen to, in a way, they happen to like fighting. So let's just investigate that a bit further. Did anyone even ask, like, you know, Pokemon, where are they from? Are they aliens? Because apparently, where I said, in this world that Ash Ketchum lives in, the entire place is just infested with fucking Pokemon. No wonder they made sports out of them, you know? Which is why I can't particularly, you know, can't hate on the Spanish when they do bullfights. They should actually do proper bullfights with one bull against the other, just slamming into each other, and then see which one's brain cracks first. Hey, and if you want to think I'm being barbaric, have you ever seen a bullfight with a matador? I heard that some famous matador got gored or something, or got killed recently by a bull. You know what I felt? I know he's a human being, but I was like, fuck that guy, honestly. I mean, have you seen a bullfight? It's so unfair. I feel sorry for the bull. You know, they wear it down because he's doing like the ole thing. And occasionally, you just take a sharp object and just stab it in the back. I'm like, that is fucked up, you know? And it's always that whole conversation about, oh, but it's culture. I'm like, you know what? Some culture sucks. Some cultures are shitty, you know? You're not going to say, oh, because, oh, yeah, it's my culture and everything. Yeah, if your culture sucks, it fucking sucks, you know? Stabbing fucking animals that you're not going to eat straight away. I think they eat the bulls, right? Yeah, they probably do. But yeah, I mean, just, it's barbaric in a way, because people go, again, this is something that came out of Spanish history. It's probably maybe 100 years old. You kind of go to some theater, amphitheater type, no, it's theater, like a coliseum, like a modern day minuscule coliseum, to watch an animal get slowly butchered to death for sport. You know, I mean, it's one thing if you say, okay, you just you go to a column and it's some kind of weird event. Hey, let's go the cultural angle again, where, you know, people are like, oh yeah, we're going to bring all the bulls in, then we're going to kill them and just hack all of them at once, or not at once, but just hack all of them right there, and we'll cook the meat and you can eat it. Yeah, and someone told me and says, yeah, that's my culture. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? That's kind of fucked up still. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, because it's your culture, that I'm going to say it's fine. I think they're called the Seaman Warriors, but the Seaman Warriors of Papua New Guinea believe that, you know, they have to fuck little boys up their asses to make them men. And then you would say, oh, should we just let them keep doing that because it's culture? Like, fuck no, it's not. You know, we don't let them do that. That's fucking barbaric. That's what we're civilized. You know, fuck, I should create my own culture. You know, just walking around wearing, you know, I don't know, like Flavor Flav, the craziest, biggest sunglasses I can find. With the largest collection of Swarovski, is it Swarovski, those fake diamonds, I don't even know, Swarovski crystals or whatever, just festooned on my neck. It's like 22,000, you know, or why am I saying 22,000? Probably 44 million carat Swarovski collection of crystals just literally dangling off my neck and dragging off the floor. And if anyone asks me why I do it, it's like, dude, it's my culture, man. You can't insult my culture. You know, you can't insult my culture. That's what I do. It's my culture. You gotta respect that, man. No, that whole argument is dumb. Please. Some cultures, yes, let's preserve those, but not the ones that abuse animals or humans. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah, so like I said, we're pretty speciesist in a way, at least fictionally. No one's saying about, maybe this is why PTA people freak out when people have pets, because they believe those pets are slaves or whatnot. But I don't know, as far as slavery, you know, that whole concept, you toss that in there with the animal, none of my dogs complained. We fed them, we gave them shelter, you know, treated them when they got, you know, infested with lice. And generally, they protected us by guarding our house. So yeah, I see it more like a symbiotic relationship and not one of slavery. I mean, go fucking try controlling cats, you know. Good luck. Good fucking luck. I ran into someone the other day and they were like, they like cats. I'm like, why? I don't understand why people like cats. I mean, I don't get it. You know, everyone likes something, but I don't fucking trust cats, man. They're so fucking skeevy. You know, you can't walk around with them. You can't go for walks. They won't defend your house. A cat will sit there on the bookshelf and watch you get butchered by Jason Voorhees without batting a fucking eyelid, not even coming for your aid, not even giving the occasional meow. You know, no, they'll just sit there, not even looking at what's going on. Why, you know, Jason Voorhees just, you know, does a Picasso of your guts in front of the fireplace. Just blood sloshing everywhere. And this cat will sit there licking at its paws, not giving an absolute fuck about you. So yeah, sorry, I don't like cats. Dogs, bless them. At the very least, they hold you some kind of loyalty. If Jason Voorhees jumps through the fucking window with his fucking meat cleavers, let's imagine, like, you know, Goro from Mortal Kombat just wielding multiple meat cleavers. I'm like, dude, there's only one person here. I'm not entirely Van Damme. This is fucking overkill, man. Yeah, at least your dog would go for it. Your dog would go for it and get instantly hacked down. But, you know, since you're going to be dying soon, since, you know, a multi-armed, multi-limbed Jason Voorhees just abseiled through your fucking living room window and killed your dog within the space of 18 seconds. Yeah, I think you can't really complain that much. Oh my god. Oh, where am I going? But no. So yeah, that thought hit me this morning. I was like, wait, this is essentially slavery, but I'm kind of okay with it because it's a way, this whole Pokemon Go thing is a way for us to like start cathartic release to become slave masters if we don't do it. So I'm all for it. If you're a slave master of fictional slaves that are animals that seem to be bred for combat, then yeah, please do that. Let's just not do it in real life because that sucks across the board, man. Honestly, oof. But no, I came across because I joined the Pokemon Go group. Oh god, my life. But I love it. But I'm embarrassed to admit that I love it. Why should I be embarrassed? I like what I like. And apparently someone posted there saying, oh, there was some guy from the red team saying, because apparently in the game you can set up what is, you know, an item. You can trigger something called a lure that will attract Pokemon to your location. But at the same time, that flags up on everyone else's map that's nearby. So this person put up a note in front of this gate to this area where there's a lure in effect in the Pokemon world saying, oh, we set up this lure for Team Valor, which I think is Team Red and everything, so please don't come here, back off. And I'm like, oh god, I wish that was me that saw that sign and I'm just going to walk in there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to switch off my phone, put it in my pocket, fold up my sleeves, tie to my shoes, strap my bag really tight because I know I'm going to be in for a quick fight. Just going to walk in there. And then pretend to be on my phone, and they ask, "Oh, you Team Red?" I'm like, "No, I'm Team Blue or something, whatever the fuck colors opposite to yours, as long as it's not red." And I'd like to see what would happen there. What, you gonna fight me over fucking Pokemon Go? Honestly, and of course, you know, this particular post in the Facebook stream was derided, and I was just laughing, saying, but at the same time, you know, it's so interesting. It just shows. Look at that. I mean, this is England. You know, it's Western Europe. I mean, for the most part, in England, it's only English people live here, and obviously now with people from other countries. But in Welsh, predominantly Welsh people live there. In Scotland, predominantly Scottish people live there. And in Ireland, predominantly Irish people live there. So, I mean, these are the massive tribes you have here in the British Isles, in the United Kingdom. But to have someone demarcate this whole experience with Pokemon Go saying, this is our territory, back the fuck off, that was slightly annoying, depressing, and perturbing at the same time, because I'm like, dude, it's just fucking Pokemon, man. And I wish I saw that sign. I was going to walk in there, fight all 20 of them, you know, just punching, just like doing the Bruce Lee, what, ha, 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 you know. Honestly, yeah, and then that would be the complete irony of my statement that I'm willing to fight someone, excuse me, over Pokemon. That's how silly the whole thing is. So yeah, I just saw this. I'm like, God, we're going to be tribalistic about fucking Pokemon as well? Jesus, we're fucked. And sometimes I think about it, it's like, how the fuck do we get off this planet if we can't work together? If inherently we see ourselves as different tribes, because apparently it's now proof, at least for me, that human beings are inherently tribalistic. So what the fuck, you know? I read this other article about like some kids somewhere in the middle of the country, they gained access to an abandoned mine or cave complex or something, and almost, they got lost in there. They were only recovered after one of them managed to get a signal through the rock formations, because I think there was a space where air was coming in, and that's how they called the ambulances to their location, and they extracted all 4 of them. And I'm wondering, okay, if those 4 got lucky, how many more tens or hundreds of kids around the country are just fucking stuck somewhere right now because they have to go on? I mean, what the why would you go underground anywhere? I mean, are you even going to get a signal? It's just like this whole, that's why this whole Darwin Awards kind of website exists, because people sometimes do really dumb things. I'm like, these kids are like 17, 18, 19. I'm like, did no one, it's 4 of them, did no one say this is a bad idea? Because for me, I would have said it's a bad idea. I refuse to go anywhere near the ocean, apart from the beach shorelines, you know. It's like, oh, let's go scuba dive. I'm like, nope. Why? Because there's sharks in it. Yeah, but they're not for miles on it. Like, I don't even want to condone, or not condone is not the word. I don't even want to even entertain that possibility that I'll be anywhere. I mean, the ocean is literally another planet. And sometimes in that planet, you get fucking predators, nature's cleanup crews, the sharks. They're just flying everywhere, jacking shit. And now that we're fishing the oceans dry, they're beginning to switch. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a bite out of that thing, that big thing that looks like a fucking sea turtle or something, a sea lion. I'm going to take a chunk out of it. You know? God damn it. Bunch of fucking idiots ruining it. There's some words I can't say anymore. I can't. But so after that, I started thinking about how, like, imagine, since let's go with the whole slavery angle, that, you know, people are enslaving Pokemon left and right and center, that, you know, the psychic Pokemons, because they're like the smartest Pokemon's class, or the smartest Pokemons on the bunch, realize that human beings are fucking assholes, and we're not going to take orders from them anymore. And we're going to rebel, and we're going to wipe them out. It's just like some kind of weird Planet of the Apes type scenario, but with Pokemon. I mean, they'll just wipe out human beings in like 4 days or something. Because, I mean, if you ever watch Pokemon or seen those Pokemons, I'm looking at some of them now, I'm like, these things, it's like a fucking horror movie. So what these things can do, can you imagine? It's like, I don't know, a Shariazad or something. Let me get my Pokemon thing in order, right? Let's see, there's 4 generations of this stuff. Yike! So there's like a fire dragon flying type Pokemon called Charizard. It's like one of the really powerful ones. That thing it's a fucking dragon essentially. And, you know, it's a fucking dragon essentially. Can you imagine that thing just decided, you know what, I'm just going to start jacking people now. What the fuck are you going to do? I mean, yeah, eventually you shoot it out of the sky, but when all the other Pokemons are like, I mean, why is no one freaking out the sheer fact that that entire world is infested with Pokemons we don't know how to reproduce? We know they lay eggs, but they're everywhere, and they evolve into really, really crazy things that, you know, they fight each other, and they fight each other, and you're like, imagine if they turned on human beings, right, and say, you know what, fuck you guys, we're going to take over, fuck you, you become the Pokemon now. Having Pokemons assembled in huge arenas, watching people fight each other to the death. So we're back to Roman Colosseums, actually. Yeah, I started thinking about that. It's like, that would be like a fucking horror movie. Just seeing, like, I don't know, like a Pikachu just electrocuting people just for the fun of it. You know, like Spearows just jacking people's babies from the prams, you know, because it can. Or Rattata chewing on your fucking ankles while you're in bed. I mean, if these things decided to fuck human beings up, there's pretty much nothing you can do. Nothing you will do. It's insane. But they don't, so we're quite cool with them, you know, because Pokemons are quite cool. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird, you know. at least in my head. Oh, man. Yeah. Jesus Christ. On the flip side, I think I'll need a new phone, actually, because my phone keeps crashing. Ooh, hello. Looking at my phone. There's someone close by. Should I run out of my house to go find it? And potentially get robbed? Nah. At least maybe they'll give me a good excuse to get a new phone, because this phone's really old and not keeping up with the Joneses over here. Oh, man. Yeah, I need a new one. If I'm going to keep playing Pokemon Go, because this phone barely holds up. It overheats and just goes nuts when Pokemon is running. Pokemon Go is running. And I look at all my colleagues' phones and all my friends' phones, and everyone just keeps getting the latest and greatest. And I'm just like, oh my God, this thing looks so smooth on that phone. But, because for me, I think about like the sources of conflict minerals. So I try to use electronics as much as possible. I read, because I follow computing hardware news. I'm a huge advanced micro devices fan, AMD. Mostly because they're the underdog and I support them, because Intel, even though they make better hardware, are absolute cunts with market pricing. A processor you can get for like £200, Intel would charge you £579 for a clear almost £300 markup. So fuck those guys. Fuck Intel. I said it. Fuck Intel. What, you're gonna sue me, Intel? What? But yeah. So I might need to get a new phone. But I don't know what. I was thinking of waiting for like the new Google phone, because I want to make like a iPhone killer kind of phone this December. So look out for that. So I'm gonna wait for that and see how much it will cost. And that's the other thing. They're saying it's not gonna cost as much as an iPhone, but you would literally get the iPhone's performance. So that's Google being, cornering the market for itself, Yeah, but yeah, think about that. Planned obsolescence. My phone's fine otherwise. I use it for everything, but it's just not delivering on the Pokemon front, so it's gotta go. Yeah, my tablet's too old. I have like 2011 or 2011-12 Nexus 7 that it's okay for basic light browsing, but nothing too crazy. But yeah. But the positive side about being doing the whole Pokemon Go thing, I mean, I decided to take some time out of my understandably busy schedule today to take a walk around Cambridge where I live. And I ran into people, man. I was just like, because when anyone has a phone, you're just constantly on the lookout for anyone with a phone. They're walking around and the phones are out. It's like, you almost like see each other and you kind of know. But on occasion I do ask, it was like, you catching Pokemon? I was like, yeah, you? I'm like, yeah. And then we high five and then we walk our separate ways. But no, I ran into a couple of strangers and we had a nice chat, and one of them gave me a tip on disabling my augmented reality feature in the game, because that allows the game to project Pokemons onto the real life, like 3D space, so it gives you that feeling that the Pokemon's actually there. But my phone can't hack it, and it just couldn't hack it. So ever since I disabled the augmented reality feature, it's been running a lot better, but it still crashes. And I'm not sure if it's my phone, or if it's the app, or if it's the server it's connecting to, because those things have been taking a hammering all day. I think it crashed about 2 or 3 times. And yeah, man, I mean, apparently some hacker group claimed responsibility for it. And I'm like, listen, dude, why don't you go hack, I don't know, ISIS's communication channels, or ascertain the locations so maybe the United States or the Russian Federation military or Navy or Air Force can bomb those fucking twats out of existence? How about you do that? But no, you're going to go hack something that, gets, it's just a game that it's made people more social. I mean, this Pokemon Go group I'm a member of, I mean, they met this afternoon. They have meetings all over the place, It's a good social thing. But for you to say, oh, I'm going to go hack this so I can make money. Like, yeah, I mean, there are other ways of making money. Why not just hack some Wall Street bank and ransomware them to your will or something? Stop being dicks, man. Honestly, yeah, just because you can doesn't mean you have to do stuff like that, man. Let's be civilized. So, I mean, the Pokemon Go servers went down this afternoon, and I was walking around Cambridge, And I couldn't connect, and I got this message that, oh yeah, the servers are down, please try back later. And I was like, I just stopped, and it was like, I just came out of the trance, like, where the fuck am I? I was on a bridge, cars passing by. I was like, wait, how did I even, oh yeah, I knew I got there, but it was so bizarre. It was almost as if like I lost the signal to the home world or something, or the Queen drone stopped broadcasting signals. Like, I was just like, wait, I'm gonna go home now. So, I mean, the game did get me out of the house. I met a few people. I ran into some friends. I actually hung out with one of my buddies who's hanging out at this, like cafe. So I was just like, wow, this is interesting. And I was just running into people randomly. And it's like, how random is that? That sometimes I would stay still. I would go forward and backwards. I would go to a shop and then come back and then go to somewhere. And I keep running into people. So, I mean, like later this evening, I saw that someone deployed a lure somewhere near me at a point of interest. So I got out of the house to go check it out. So by the time I got there, the lure had stopped because those things only last for like 30 minutes. And then I was walking along the bridge, and I saw a friend of mine. She was just cycling up the bridge, and we waved at each other. I was like, fucking hell. How small is Cambridge? Because just this afternoon, I ran into like 3 of my friends, 2 of my colleagues, and talked to 3 different strangers, and it's so interesting, and it's nice. It's nice. I like it, as on a positive note. And I got to catch a lot of Pokemon. Like I said, I have about 4 Pokemons at the moment. It's really cool stuff. It's really fun, man. I like it. But yeah, I think I'll stop there, actually. This has been very interesting. I had already, ideas for a podcast, but I figured since this whole Pokemon Go just happened, it's like, I don't know, man. It's a bit weird. It's almost like some kind of weird discovery. It's like the internet being discovered or something, or Wikipedia coming into existence, or YouTube. This whole Pokemon Go thing, I don't necessarily think we're understanding how far it will go, the repercussions, of this, and I hope they're mostly positive. But it was nice, going out of my house and walking around Cambridge, discovering new places to the city I wasn't even aware of, running into strangers that we had mutual interests, and meeting friends and colleagues walking around. It's so random that I just walk past them. Can you imagine the odds? Just madness. I was so fascinated by it today. I was walking home and I was like, this is crazy that I was just running into people I know. A testament to how small Cambridge is anyway. But yeah, anyways, I will stop there. Just managed to spend an entire episode talking about Pokemon Go. And do check out Bad Forever 2001's channel. I mean, the way I understand is making XCOM 2 Let's Play videos. He's trying to finish that shit. I don't know. And he also is vowed to hit his 4 anime music video quota a year. So he's assured me he'll begin production of his next project in earnest. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm still on Twitter. I'm still thinking about it because, like I said, Twitter is the final, the final gateway of civility in my soul that I don't want exposed to all you fucking monsters out there. So yeah, I need to sort that out, but I need to do it now because honestly, it's the only way people actually discover my stuff. Because at the moment, it's just listened to by my friends and a few occasionally adventurer on YouTube. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking about it and just do it because Yoda said, "Try, there is no do." Try, there's no do. This is why I shouldn't record podcasts at midnight. No, there is no try. You just do. So I'm gonna stop talking about it. And I'll do it. Fucking do it. You anything online? Anyways, I'm gonna go eat and sleep now. But yeah, man, recording these at midnight is rough. I mean, I'm almost falling asleep right now. I don't even know how I got through this for an hour. But I will see you guys in episode 19. Thanks for listening. Like I said, check out Bad Forever 2001's channel. Check out his new AMV, Spriggan vs. Thornley, Easy Comes. And I think that's basically it at present. We're on iTunes. Just do a search for iTunes. You'll come across 2 Sounds Legit podcasts. Give the other guys a listen. I'm sure they have a good thing going. It's unfortunate we both thought of the same name. You'll also find my channel. I have 18 episodes so far. I try to do an hour. I try to look at the lighter side of things in the format of the Monday Morning Podcast by Bill Burr, one of my favorite comedian of all time. And I'm gonna keep doing this every week. And there's no structure here. I don't want to set up gimmicks because I think that's too much work. What I'm trying to do is just to get people on and have a chat with them, which I've managed to do to a good effect. I just need to do that more. It's just I'm so artificially busy because I have to do this. I have to study. I have to live life, and I have to. I have a bunch of hobbies that I'm just juggling, just plate spinning, and I really should just focus on 1 or 2 of them. But I'm just checking in on you. I don't know. But anyways, Twitter, we'll get on it. And I'll see you guys in episode 19. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And let me know how many Pokemons you got. And you're probably like a pro level now. All your Pokemons are like level 700 or something. But take it easy, and I will catch you soon for episode 19. Hopefully I'll be able to get someone on. Take it easy, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, people that listen to this, the only 1 or 2 people that actually listen to this. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.